Welcome to my A&P Live studio. I'm your host, A&P RN Educator. Today, we will break down complex medical mysteries into bite-sized lessons so we can understand the human body and think like scientists. Meet Mr. Patel. He's a 51-year-old college professor who recently started experiencing increasingly hazy vision and a frequent need for eyeglass prescription changes. His chief complaint is severe, sudden-onset glare. When driving at night, oncoming headlights bloom into blinding halos that completely obscure his visual field, making it too dangerous for him to be on the road. Mr. Patel is 51 years old, with no history of smoking and blood glucose levels that show no signs of type 2 diabetes, the two most frequent contributors to early lens opacification. When a healthy adult loses their vision in their early 50s, we cannot attribute the decline to normal aging. This requires us to look past the standard timeline of lens degradation and investigate hidden systemic failures. In an emergency or triage setting is an immediate red flag. We must never assume a newly reported visual deficit is a cataract on the first pass. Frontline nursing staff must first rule out critical mimics that require immediate intervention. These include retinal detachment, optic neuritis, and acute angle closure glaucoma, where delayed treatment means permanent blindness. Look at this growth comparison chart. True cataractogenesis, the physical clouding of the lens, is always a progressive buildup. On the left, we see standard age-related nuclear sclerosis developing slowly in the center over decades. On the right, we see the aggressive early-onset variation, a posterior subcapsular or PSC cataract, forming a rapid plaque-like opacity. The patient experiences the symptom as sudden because of location. The PSC cataract grows unnoticed along the back of the lens capsule. The moment it physically intersects the central visual axis, the nodal point of the eye, it instantly blocks light transmission, collapsing the patient's visual clarity. Understanding this illusion of sudden onset allows frontline providers to confidently triage irreversible emergencies, while also accurately identifying accelerated lens disease. To see how an early-onset cataract forms, we have to examine the microscopic architecture of the crystalline lens. It is completely avascular and relies on perfectly ordered, tightly packed proteins called crystallins to maintain absolute transparency. For a non-diabetic patient like Mr. Patel, we must evaluate alternative cellular disruptors. This means screening for UV exposure, hidden chronic corticosteroid use, and underlying genetic predispositions. This DNA model illustrates a genetic mechanism responsible for many premature cataracts, the GSTT1 null polymorphism. This mutation fails to produce a critical detoxifying enzyme. Without it, the glutathione redox system is crippled, failing to neutralize reactive oxygen species from UV light and metabolic stress. These early-onset cases represent a structural biochemical failure within the eye's internal antioxidant defense grid, distinct from typical age-related degradation. The immediate consequence of glutathione depletion is an unmitigated buildup of reactive oxygen species directly inside the lens fiber cells. Normally, alpha crystalline molecules act as chaperones, binding to stressed proteins to keep them stable, but under intense oxidative load, they are completely overwhelmed. Without them, gamma crystallines warp, oxidize, and form disulfide bonds, cross-linking into dense, tangled, high molecular weight clusters. These newly formed protein clusters physically act as microscopic walls within the lens. They scatter incoming light rays in random directions before the image reaches the retina, resulting in blinding glare. Because this protein damage is structurally fused and entirely permanent, no pharmacological drop or medication can reverse it. Restoring sight necessitates a physical surgical intervention. The clinical reality of adult cataracts is straightforward. Without any proven medications to dissolve these aggregates, surgical extraction remains the only definitive frontline treatment. Modern standards utilize phacoemulsification and flax. An ultrasonic probe operates at hyper-macro precision, rapidly emulsifying the clouded lens mass and vacuuming it away. Advanced diagnostic tools now incorporate artificial intelligence to evaluate the patient's unique eye anatomy. This AI mapping dictates a highly personalized surgical plan, ensuring exact capsulotomy precision and providing real-time alignment tracking for the customized intraocular lens. This algorithmic precision allows the surgeon to remove the compromised tissue and position an artificial replacement, correcting the underlying protein failure and optimizing the patient's optical clarity. This high-tech surgical intervention relies entirely on high-level perioperative nursing management. The technology cannot succeed without the human element of care. Nurses execute rigorous preoperative screening. This involves specifically identifying hidden corticosteroid use and tracking long-term HbA1c trends to rule out silent metabolic drivers that complicate surgery and recovery. Immediate safety counseling is prioritized. Patients like Mr. Patel face a significantly high fall risk leading up to the procedure due to their temporarily altered depth perception and sensitivity to glare. Postoperative education is strictly non-negotiable. Patients are drilled on precise anti-inflammatory drop adherence, mandatory UV shielding, and strict instructions to never rub the recovering eye. Maintaining the results of these high-tech interventions depends on meticulous nursing triage and education to prevent postoperative complications, such as intraocular infection or sudden pressure spikes. We can map how Mr. Patel's early-onset cataract interfaces with his entire body using the Mrs. Includer anatomical framework, which visualizes the 11 major organ systems. We see direct connections from the integumentary system, which shares a vulnerability to incoming UV radiation, and the endocrine system, where the metabolic polyol pathway drives diabetic cataract formation. The nervous system bears an increased cognitive load as the brain struggles to process poor spatial input, while the skeletal and muscular systems face a heightened vulnerability to physical trauma from resulting falls. The digestive system plays a vital role in absorbing the antioxidants required to protect the lens, and the immune system frequently requires necessary steroid treatments that inadvertently trigger lens opacity. The eye does not exist in a biological vacuum. Treating and preventing early-onset cataracts requires diagnosing and managing the entire physiological ecosystem. By fully understanding the underlying cellular etiology of his condition, utilizing AI-assisted surgery, and executing precise nursing care, Mr. Patel's visual clarity and systemic health have been fully restored. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or professional medical advice. True clinical excellence requires the ability to see both the microscopic protein structures and the entire human patient simultaneously.